friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo. When my friends go, it was simple. When the end's low, switch the tempo.
Hey my beautiful fairies, and welcome back to my channel. It's Laurasia Andrea. So today's video is a little different because I'm taking you behind the scenes of how I create my wigs with Wowafrican. We are on to changing the game for black women, okay? That's an affordable price but luxury quality. If you guys didn't know or don't remember, I have a collaboration with Wowafrican, and so far I do have 3 wigs made with them already to sell, and I have 2 more in the works ready to drop next month and another in November. Just wait for these wigs with colored edges that are textured. Oh my gosh, they are so fire. But before that, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it for other girlas to see. And also check out my latest video because per usual, I'm dropping some gems for y'all. So let's get started. The most important thing when I first started my hair collab was finding a good, affordable hair company with good prototype wigs. And in my case, of course, I chose Wowafrican. I felt like it was just much easier for me to create the types of wigs I wanted. And I was like, okay, we gonna do some things. So the first thing I do is test the lace to see how well it tints with darker lace tint. But I didn't have any problems with this prototype wig. It tinted very good, very precise, and I was satisfied. So actually, up until recently, I started paying more attention to the lace grids because of the silicone tape, and I made the hairline look more believable, basically like scalp, by using this. So I wanted to test this out in 2 ways in today's video. So actually, make sure y'all stick around later in the video to see the second style that I do try. So the first way I test out the scalp tape is by putting the tape inside the wig and placing my foundation powder over top in the parting. If you guys are following along in my videos and doing exactly as you see me do, I just want to make sure it doesn't look cakey or weird or abnormal and just not realistic at all. The next thing I like to test is the plucking on the hairline. To me, this is super important because the way you girls see the wig here is like the generic way all silky straight wigs come, but to me, this type of hairline makes it much more harder for beginners. But for the longest time, I have realized that the wig looks way more natural if you cut as close to the hairline as possible. And a lot of times when you get wigs that are pre-plucked, it has like 3 inches worth of pre-plucked hairline, and you just don't need it, and it's just a waste of hair and lace in my opinion. So just know, after you guys actually see me launch this wig, it's gonna have a whole new entire hairline. Just know we've been working so hard on this for months to give you guys a crazy variety and just a whole new style and dimension of wigs practically. Now, even though my wigs do come pre-plucked already, for people like myself that just like to do a little bit extra plucking, I just like to check and see how the lace can withstand stronger plucking with tweezers or aggressive plucking. Is the lace gonna rip? Is it not gonna rip? Is it strong enough? That's just what these periods of testing are for. Now, this is 2 weeks later, and I feel like it's really important to wear my wigs as much as possible on my own so that I can see how long the hairline will potentially last. I'm gonna remove the wig, and I'm gonna use this African Pride cleansing rinse. It's great for sensitive skin, and it does a really good job loosening the hairline to remove the wig without ripping the lace or tugging on your scalp. I just put a little bit of this on each section of my hairline and just massage that in with my fingers until the lace starts to lift up and become a lot more loose.
Out of sight, out of mind, out my way, I've been blind to it. Yeah. All these suckers, all these busts, all these leeches, now I'm not blind to it.
So if you're a true girla and fairy and been watching my videos lately, you guys know all about this scalp tape, and I just wanted to show you girls how to remove it and clean the lace from residue. Herbal Cleanse Dry Shampoo from ORS to clean and makeup from the lace, and I just applied this wherever I see makeup residue, and I let that sit for 5 minutes. Got a paper towel and gently rubbed the lace on the towel to remove all the leftover makeup that was there. It's now time to remove the scalp tape leftover adhesive, and this is perfect because it's the same texture as lace glue. To remove this, I'm using some Glue Be Gone shampoo from Denine and Defined, and I'm putting a hefty amount where the residue is, and I left that there to do its thing for about 10 minutes. When the 10 minutes is up, I'm gently gonna massage that into the lace with some water, and the glue starts to come off super easy without my HD lace ripping. And really, this just tells me that the lace can withstand being washed and is pretty strong for a long period of time. The second to last step, of course, is testing the hair quality. This is huge when making my wigs because I definitely hate wigs that shed a lot, and of course I know you girlas feel the exact same. So I check off camera when wearing the wig day to day, and I also check when I'm washing the wig because the truth comes out today when washing a wig. It's like a tell-all on exactly how tight the hair is sewn on the wefts. And this hair didn't shed one bit, so I was happy about that, and it also didn't shed even off camera.
Out of sight, out of mind, out my way. Out of sight, out of mind, out my way. Out of sight, out of mind, out my way.
Now, not only is the reinstall super important when creating my wigs, but so is the ball cap method. I install my wigs one day without a ball cap method and another day with the ball cap method, and I'm sure other people do one or the other as well. So testing out the hairline with and without a ball cap is my #1 priority. I just did my regular ball cap method like I showed you a few videos back. If you haven't seen it, I will put a card up top to check out. The only thing new is I'm using the 𝐼𝐻 sensitive lace spray, which I actually like a lot better to lay my wigs and my ball cap down. If you haven't yet, check out my sensitive lace spray review on my channel as well.
Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Been 1,020, spent 100 hundreds. Money come and gone, let's get straight to it. Been a businessman, it's bigger than music. Eyes on a new building with like 8 units. What's for sale, I might buy it all. Don't wanna put in work, now you just wanna ball. Got Louis bags with no money in them. Bigger the lie, the harder they fall. Fast route, for me it's always been a cash route. Bag route, spend some money, switch a piece of cash out. Always been a stand-up guy, never back down. Curry's on my team and got some pack outs. Went from MIA to LA, on the run like I don't got an estate. Yeah, I went from LA to the A, on the run, you can tell where I stay. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Yeah. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby.
After my ball cap is down and makeup on, I'm doing another technique of using the scalp tape, and that's by applying the tape on top of the ball cap. It sticks right onto the stockings very easily, and I just apply the makeup over top of everything. This way, for this install, there isn't a chance for makeup to build up on the hairline like the first way I did the scalp tape in the beginning of the video. When putting the scalp tape on top of my ball cap, I noticed it actually acts like an elastic band because my wig fits so snug underneath. I'm just installing the wig using the 𝐼𝐻 sensitive lace spray again. This is a must for me, okay? Because I want to make sure the wig doesn't only look good on the initial install, but all the other installs after. Just to throw it out there, this texture on this wig is 3C4A. I love to have different textured wigs in my collection because every black woman is not one size fits all. 3C4A actually is my exact hair texture, and I'm just using a flat iron to straighten the hair again, as well as running my hot comb on the hairline. And that is about it on the behind the scenes footage of how I create my wigs from scratch with Wowafrican right before we put on the textured edges. I just wanted to show you guys how I test the wigs, the hair quality, the lace, and all that. And like I said earlier in the video, I changed this entire hairline to a new texture. But testing out the wigs in this stage is a must so I can determine where to place the textured edges, how far back to have it, how forward to have it, what type of textured edge is going to be good for the texture of the wig, and so on. So I hope you guys liked this video. Can't wait to see you in my next one, and bye fairies.
Attitude change like the weather. My mom tell me it never ends. Like clocks, we evolve in a circle. Every 12 months we do it again. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs, eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face, throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs, eat some breakfast.